come too close, it's true. When you're the one who lit me up, don't you dare saying I didn't fight for us. It's the tension between us. You want me near, can't say I don't want you to. You're gonna get burned if you come too close, it's true. You're the one who lit me up. Can't take me much higher. Yeah, you're the one who lit me up. Tell me, baby, can't you see that I'm on fire?
Come dance. Swept me off my feet, moving like a melody, Spanish masterpiece. The way she shook her hips, said no, you're on her lips, one taste just ain't enough. The way she got near, whispered in my ear, my blood started to rush. Took me by surprise when I looked in her eyes, and she said, I love you for the night. I love you for the night. Ooh, Esperanza, baby. Be my señorita. Esperanza, baby. Be my señorita. Beauty like angel falls, couldn't help but wanting more, staring all day long. When our bodies touch, it hits me like a drug. Quiero Spanish love. The way she shook her hips, said no, you're on her lips, one taste just ain't enough. The way she got near, whispered in my ear, my blood started to rush. Took me by surprise when I looked in her eyes, and she said, I love you for the night. Feels like I'm caught up in a trance. Can't come down all night. The city never stood a chance. With you by my side, it's all ours. So don't second guess. Let down your guard. Just take a chance. I feel the hours ticking down. Wish I could turn it all around, but in my mind we're frozen perfectly in time. Can we turn back the night and stay in this dream for repeat? Can we turn back the night and stay in this dream for repeat? Can we turn back the night? Same old places come alive. Wherever we are, feels like I'm seeing with new eyes. Even in the dark, let's go get lost. Just take my hand, ignore the cost. Forget the plan, I feel the hours ticking down. Wish I could turn it all around, but in my mind we're frozen perfectly in time. Can we turn back the night and stay in this dream for repeat? Can we turn back the night and stay in this dream for repeat? Can we turn back the night?
Despite how life has been, under the light we shine golden. No matter who it is, sometimes we all cave in. No matter who it is, sometimes we all cave in.
This thing on. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Banana Bird Trades. My name is Goose, and I hope you are all ready for another fantastic day. Yesterday got pretty wild. We had a wild dump yesterday, and then I'd love to know what's going on overnight, but my rhythmic data feed just has this massive gap, so that's always awesome to see. And I can't seem to get it to come back, so that's sad. That really throws things off, and I'm a little upset about it. But outside of that, I hope everyone's having a fantastic day, and I hope you all are ready for some wildness today. FOMC minutes get released today. That's going to be exciting. We have FOMC minutes, and we have a little bit more news on the table today as well. Let me open her up here. News by Decoy. At noon, we have some lady speak. At 2 is the main thing, FOMC minutes. At 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, Producer Price Index, Final Demand, PPI. So that'll probably give us a little bit of pre-market volatility. So we're in for a little bit of something today. But right now the goal is, let's see if we can get this gosh darn data to show up. I don't know what the deal is. Let me look it up here. Can't seem to find a fix to this issue. Yeah, well, I guess what I can do is I can switch back to rhythmic and see if I can't get this thing to work. Maybe. You see, everything else is loaded. We just got this big gappy poo and dater, which makes it really hard to do any morning analysis when you have this big ass gap. So that's incredibly inconvenient, because that's going to throw VWAP and everything off. I mean, I'm missing like several hours of data. We're missing 7 hours of data. Let's disconnect, then reconnect. We'll get this running somehow, some way or another. We'll get her figured out. Still no. Still got this gap. How wild. Well, see, this gap is showing up exactly where I had my computer turned off, so I'm wondering if that has anything to do with it. It's still super annoying, though. It's hot down here. Yeah, still super duper annoying. Cause like a lot probably happened in that time. Yeah. I'm gonna look, see if I can't find. Oh. Oh, we got the fix. Look at that. Oh, that's amazing. We did it. We did it. We fixed it. Look at us go. That's amazing. You just needed to do the reload history. Click reload history. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. Oh, that is just so nice. Ugh. Pumped. So we're vibing now. We are absolutely vibing. Let's go, fam. Now we can actually look at some data. I need to, let's log this. We'll send it to the fam. Oh, that's just so nice that we got this figured out. Okay, now let's take a gander upon the overnight session. Overnight session starts right here. So here's overnight start. Let's see if we can draw a line here. There. That's where our overnight session starts. So, yesterday, pretty wild day. Let's take a gander just yesterday first. Kind of recap. Whoa, that is crooked, and that's going to bother me. Perfect 90-degree angle. Look at that. Perfect 90 degrees. That's how we roll. So yesterday started off with a little dumpy poo. And then right around that 30-minute mark, we did a kickflip 180 and just ripped pretty hard to the upside. And like I said yesterday, we're in store for a short squeeze at any point in time. Anytime we bump and we get clean above initial balance high, we're going to short squeeze. Everyone's so heavy short in the market. Above initial balance is it's gonna squeeze. You know, it's gonna do a rippy poo. So that's what we did. We did a little rippy poo. And then, yeah, around noon, my time. So this is about 4 hours after market open. We kind of do our typical low volume little bull flag pullback. And I got a little long in right here, and I was waiting, being patient, thinking that maybe we would get our typical rip to oh, why am I blanking on the word right now? Sorry, it's early. We would make a new high a day. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. So, typical play here, you play this little bull flag pullback on a real ripper day, and then try a power hour long into high a day. Well, what happened is we got right here, and some news dropped yesterday that the Fed basically is going to make the money printer stop going brr, right? And just instant flush from there, right? We flushed all the way back to the low day, broke it by just a little bit, and then it kind of supported volatileness. It was gross, but yeah, pretty icky drop of news there. So it's going to be interesting looking at FOMC minutes. As you can see, market open did literally nothing all the way until Euro open. Euro open, we got a little Pompidou, right? Little Pompidou, and we've just been supporting back above our initial balance from yesterday. So as of right now, we got a little gap up action going on, but I'm assuming that'll be insignificant because we have PPI coming out, and that's going to be very volatile, right? So in 1 hour, PPI comes out. I don't really have a forecast for PPI. Like I said, the news can be good and we'll dump, or the news can be good and we'll rip. You know, it just depends on how good it is, right? Or how bad it is. You know, people make up these excuses, right, on why the market didn't do what they expected it to. Is like, oh, it wasn't good enough. Oh, it's just like, I don't know, the market's going to do what it wants to do. It's just our job to hop on and trade it correctly. So I'm just going to be patient. We'll see what it does. Let's talk a little bit about power trades yesterday. We did have three pretty heavy power trades yesterday. So right here on our flush down, we did get a power trade on the break of 591, right? This was more of a stop run. I think people were getting long here. And sorry, they got stopped out. We went a little bit lower and then finally ripped, right? Or it could be people getting in their position long. Who knows? That power trade wasn't in a great area. So I wasn't too keen on trading it, especially because it happened in the first 30 minutes. Power trades in the first 30 minutes can sometimes be a little sus just because there's so much volume there anyway, right? So then we rip, and now we're at the high a day. We get some power trades in here, and by all means, you can short those power trades there. And if you did, you would have been very successful. I didn't, more or less because I've just seen the structure play a lot. And generally it leads to, yes, some people are getting out of their positions here. But more or less, this rip into bull flag type setup generally leads to another rip high of day. The high of day and low of day are statistically put in the first 2 hours or the last hour of the day. So with that statistic in mind, you would think that the low a day was put in the first 2 hours and the high a day was put in around noon, in the middle of the day. So you would think statistically, okay, statistics are in my favor. We should put in a new high a day. The high a day should be put in at the end of the day. That's the play that I like to do. And like I said, normally it works out. Yesterday, like I said, we got news. Nothing you can do, right? Statistics are nullified on news events. So like days we have FOMC or PPI, like we're having today, statistics kind of get thrown out the window, and you really got to play structure and volatility. That's where price action comes into play. Watching volume, getting power trades is pretty nice. At any really long term, I apologize. Any long term levels, that's what you want to watch for. So, on that, let's go look at some long term levels. So, we'll pull up the 15-minute chart here. And I know it's not like the longest term of levels, but in the fact that where we are right now, we're pretty close to the yearly low. This is all the levels we really have to look at, unless we want to look at the daily chart and go way back in time. But if we start going way back in time, the only real major level I have marked out is, I guess I'll just go ahead and show you on the daily chart. The only real big thing I have marked out to the downside is COVID, pre-COVID high, right? Right here. This is pre-COVID. This is right before the big COVID dump, before everything got shut down. That's the next level I have, right? At 3,400. So that's a ways down. That also kind of lines up with our bottom part of this long-term trend line. I'm going to blow my nose real quick.
Sorry that it's hard to know, but it's been really hard to show. And I know I gotta keep on breathing, but you know it's really hard when I'm dreaming about me and you and everything that we can do.
Okay, we're back. Yeah, so pre-COVID high, that's the main level that I'm looking for, 3,400. Lines up with this long-term trend line down. This trend line isn't like super exact. It's more of just a vibe. I could make it super exact, but point's going to be the same. It's going to be right in this area of COVID high, right? Which that's another 220 points down from here. So I'll be patient. I will kind of wait for that on the long term. So let's flip back to the 15-minute here and look at some more relevant levels for today. I can delete you. So I do like our level here at 34.65. That's the top of this weekly volume. This pink is weekly, green is last week's. Right, so pink is this week, green is last week's. I do like the top of that volume area. That seems to have been good. Above that, really nothing until we get to this kind of volume area here. So I'll go ahead and delete this, and we'll just make this big because I know how much you guys love it big. Okay, so lining this up with volume. Right, we have this pretty good volume gap right here. So there's going to be a little bit of resistance at the top of this area right here. And then a break clean above that, we should probably go hit that POC. So that's more or less what I'm looking for. I don't expect us, unless we have some like wildly good FOMC news or PPI news. Getting to this upper level here, 38.14 this week is going to be... Gonna need one heck of a pump, right? Gonna need some pretty good news to get on board with that. But I mean, it's entirely possible though, right? You know, super good news comes out, we get a quick 100 point pump, then I mean, it ain't much to go an extra 100. We also do have a higher low on ES right now. I know NQ does not have a higher low. They made a new yearly low yesterday, so we have to keep that in mind as well. But yeah, so overall, like I said, the news that we're gonna get here this morning and later today, that's going to probably lead to kind of a choppy, gross day today, I would assume. We've been very fortunate the last 2 days. Monday and Tuesday provided some very nice trades. So if we have to kind of sit flat and be really patient on a Wednesday, that's okay. Because like I said, we already had 2 really great days so far. I did have a scary moment yesterday. I did take a trade. So I made my money in my personal account. And then I switched to my funded account, which is where I, trade a little bit more heavy leverage. And that's my play money, right? That's the money I get for going out, buying random stuff. But at some point yesterday, I ended up accidentally switching back to my personal account without realizing it, and gotten a pretty heavy trade in my personal account. And I was like, oh, well, hopefully this works out. It did. It worked out just fine. We made some good money, but it was a little scary putting the personal account at risk like that. Especially in the volatility, because I was trading the news, right? I was catching that whole short down. Accidentally shorted it in my personal account with the full contract of ES. I was like, oh, that's a little too risky. We're gonna blow right through that, because that's the account that I use to pay my bills, right? One trade a day, and that is all I do. But I mean, it's nice. We got a little extra in our bills account now, which is great. And then in our fund money account, we're chilling as well. I did take a small L at the end of the day yesterday because I had such a great day in that account. I was like, oh, let's do a little lotto play here at the end of the day. I risked like $100 on a murder algo short. And obviously that didn't work out. So I lost like $100 at the end of the day, but it's okay because we still ended up like $650. So yeah, and the daily goal is 500, right? So we're still plenty above our daily goal. And I'm an impulsive gambler, so when we get up, we like to risk a little bit. So yeah. Right now, we're just kind of in this little bit of an uptrend. Real roundy bottom. I don't think that's a perfect double bottom. No, it's not. So we're fine there. That is a finished auction. The taper looks just fine. So there's nothing wrong with the bottom at this point in time, Let's pull up the, oh, that's not what we want. Hold on, let me blow my nose real quick. Okay, we're back. We're ready for action. So what we were gonna do is not this, we want this. There we go. So let's go look at, oh, I only have the last 12 hours loaded. That's okay, because that's the bottom right there. Bottom is finished, as you can see here. So like I said, nothing I don't like. The highs, the recent high is unfinished auction, right? So, and we got a double top right there. So pretty good chance that we break higher. But like I said, with the PPI news, I mean, we could leave that and it would be irrelevant, right? We get 100 points away from the level on ES. Things start to become a little bit irrelevant. Oh, let me switch back to the live scene. I am going to get a few different themes. I think I'd like to have a different theme for each day of the week, which would be lit. So let's go back to this. See what we're doing. Yeah, we're just chilling right now. I don't think I want to get in a trade. Yeah, as long as that's selected. No trade that I want to get into right now. I think I'd rather wait for news. Kind of just grindy uptrend right now. Not something I want to try to short, that's for sure. Let me check something. My mic's on? Yeah, my mic's on. I'm like self-conscious of that. I'll be self-conscious of it for like a week and then forget about it the next week until I leave it on again. Or leave it off again. And then it's just like, oh. Well, GG. There we go. Okay. Sorry, I had to do some business for my other YouTube channel. We do some fly fishing stuff. But it's all good now. So, back to vibes. Back to vibes. I am slightly interested in the short side, but I'm not going to do it because we're going to wait on news. Let me say, what time does news come out? There's kind of the short that I was wanting. Still think we might go a little higher. We are right at POC. And it's not always good to take a trade, right? At POC when we're doing grindy range stuff, right? We've been in a grindy range, kind of all Globex. Grindy uptrend range. All Globex. So it's kind of chill not to trade POC, right? Here we go. Oh, that's the wrong account. I want this one. Your account. There we go. Edit video. There we go. This. There we go. Now the vibes are fixed. So yeah, we got a little bit of rolly action right here. We'll see what she does us. And there's the little pump. Like I said, we're going to be a little grindy here at POC. I mean, I see us definitely making an attempt at 34 or 36.45 at the top of this volume here. I would expect an attempt to be made and then a decision to be made there. Do we continue down lower, or, you know, is this the temporary bottom for a bear market rally? You know, as we were talking yesterday, a bear market rally, everyone is so heavy short, right? A little bit of a short squeeze could, oh, sorry about that. Little. I mean, yeah, everyone's so heavy short in the market right now, right? Any sort of short squeeze, higher high type situation, right? If we got a higher high right here, that could trigger a little bit of a short squeeze and pump us just a little bit. And a good PMI number, right, to give us some excitement, right? Or bad PMI number to give us some excitement, however you want to interpret it, right? Anything to just give us a little bit of excitement, a little bit of hope, triggers a bear market rally. And, you know, we may rip and reclaim last week's high. You know, I don't really see us reclaiming this high, though. Right? I could see us maybe making a rip up to 730, you know, testing down here. But as far as this goes, this looks pretty toppy. As in, we have more down to go. Ugh. Oh, yeah. Just need to be aware. I'm not taking any heavy until we get some kind of certified vibes. Like, down here is just so dangerous, this range that we're in. Because it's a real decision type range, right? This whole area here, this is a real decision type area that, you know, break above, we get our Bull Run break below could be some doomage. We could go to COVID high. I think there's a lot of people fighting that, but I think it's inevitable. So, for now at least.
With our hands in the air, we'll be higher flying. Take a breath and we can let it out. Yeah, we'll never go back down. This is you, this is me, this is what we're made of. We won't have to make it all alone. I just wanted you to know. Say that you'll never let go again. And then I'll make a promise to you, my friend. I'll be there for you till the end of time, by your side. Close your eyes, settle back, I'll be there to guide you. This is all it takes for us right now. And we'll make it through somehow. Without you, there's no me, only half a human. You are what I need to feel complete. Yeah, you're the best part of me. Say that you'll never let go again. And then I'll make a promise to you, my friend. I'll be there for you till the end of time, by your side.
Beat. So we're talking about the Apex versus Top Step prop firm. And in there, so this is why I like Top Step, or this is why I like Apex over Top Step. So Apex, you have, so at the beginning you have a trailing drawdown, right? So like, let's say you're in the 50K account, you have $2,500 worth of trailing drawdown, right? So whatever your peak profit is, right, unrealized, so whatever your peak unrealized profit is, you can only go down 2,500 from there. Well, that's all fine and dandy. That just means take profit, right? Take profit. Don't try to hold runners. Don't try to shoot for a 400-point move. Just get your points and get out. And then, sorry, I just saw a thing. So yeah, take your profit and get out. And then once you surpass the threshold, which is once you have over 2,500 in your funded account, you no longer have any, like, whatever your max loss is, that 50K, right? You can't lose more than the 50K limit, right? So once you're above it, if you have $10,000 in your account, you can lose $10,000 in that day. And you know, your account isn't oh, hold on. Reading the thing here. Yeah. So sorry about that delay there. And then what I like about what I don't like about Top Step here is, so Top Step, they have basically 3 steps, right? You have to pass their first step 1, which you just have to make. So like, let's say we're on the 50K account. I think you got to make like 5 grand. So you got to make 5 grand. I think your daily loss limit's like 1 grand. So I already don't like those parameters. Then once you do that, you got to do it again. And then this time, like, oh, don't make more than X amount they want a consistency rule. They want to see you make X amount of money. Your biggest day can't be more than 80% of all your other days, or 80% of your total profits, which is like, it's fine, it's whatevs, but you got to do that again. And then before you can withdraw anything, you got to pass their pro account. I mean, you could do the regular funded, I guess, but if you ever failed a funded account, you lose it, and then you have to do the pro account. Well, you do the pro account, and then, so yeah, you got to make 5 grand again. So basically, you got to make 15 grand before you even see a penny, right? And then on top of that, just like the rules, like you can't have a trade open during news events and all this different stuff. When you can and can't trade with Top Step. They are probably the most like legit as far as like their payout and their customer service and website and whatnot. But the rules are just, I don't know. It just feels like way too much work. Whereas like I could trade just like Apex, I can get funded in 10 days. And start making money in 10 days, right? Yeah, you have to trade 20 days before you can withdraw. And you can only withdraw at the end of the month, which is like, ah, darn. But like, if you don't need the money right now, which, I mean, most likely if you're a new trader, it's not like you're going to have that much money in a month anyway, right? Unless you're just YOLOing yourself, then it's fine, right? You just withdraw at the end of the month, and then after a couple months, you have unlimited withdrawal. Like, they want you to stay with them for the long term, which, I mean, all the other prop firms do too. But yeah, it's just like their system. It's fine. It's whatever. I just like that with Apex, you can grow your account. You can make your account bigger. So you can start off with a 25K account, but if you're consistent and profitable, okay, well now I have 5K worth of drawdown because I've grown my account, right? I have this 5K in my account. Why can't I use this money for me? And that's what they allow you to do. You have 20K in your account with Apex. Fuck it. You can blow that shit in a day. Do it. It's your money. Like, you earned it, right? They ain't gonna stop you. Oops. Yeah. I really wish that I need to get to where I can just trade or stream during RTH, right? Because like, this is so boring to watch. There's just nothing going on. The volume's so low right now. Like, look at this. The volume is so low. There's just not much going on here. So just might as well chill out and wait. We'll get some action here soon. Maybe soon. When this So in 30 minutes, we'll get some action. BPI will come out. Maybe we can get a little risky. But like right now, I could have shorted the top and I still wouldn't have been able to take profit. Although it looks like it's coming down a little bit right now, but we'll see. You know, probably go do a little bit more uppy sauce. So hey, you know what? While we're fucking around, wonder if I can throw a poll on. We can use this time to see if I know what I'm doing. Cloudbot. Oh, good morning, Mr. Rocky. You have showed up. I'm just trying to figure out how to do my... I have it here. I can do a poll. I'm trying to remember how to get to my poll. But, nah, overnight's been pretty boring, Mr. Rocky. Not a lot's been going on. So we kind of just been chilling. We have, yeah, like in the chat, I can do a poll. I'm just trying to figure out where the heck... I did it the other day, and now I can't remember where it was. It's in my dashboard somewhere. Dashboard? Dashboard? Cloudbot. Here it is. I don't even... So it's running, but I don't even know if it's like up though. How would I show it? Well, that's over my chart. Yeah, so it's not showing up. That's dumb. I'll fuck with it later. Right, and I don't need to fuck with it right now. Yeah, I'm not seeing it either. Anything? Nope. What's up, Mr. Decoy? Yeah, I don't know. I can't get the poll to show up, so we're chilling. Oh, well. Oh, that was all the way down there. There we go. Yeah, big PP in 30 minutes. So, what are my thoughts on the morning? All right, yeah. So, let's run through all this again. Because now I actually have people talking. So, overnight was pretty... Not a whole lot happened. We didn't get a whole lot of movement. We moved maybe 40 points total to the upside, right? We got above yesterday's initial balance high. You know, we had that big news sell-off yesterday. We bounced off initial balance low, kind of came back, just back into that range, right? So overnight, literally didn't move, and then the Euro open pumped it up above initial balance high from yesterday, and we've just kind of been bouncing, ranging right here above initial balance high. Yeah, so it's just kind of holding. We're just kind of in a gross little range right now. It's been getting tighter and tighter too. Like, we've been getting less and less volume as the day's been going on, or as the morning's been going on. Like, as you can see down here, it's just like not moving at all. Right? Like, the volume is so extremely low compared to normal. Like, normally morning volume's about double this. At least from what I've been trading like the last few days. It's just super dead. Right? We had one little spurt of volume right at Euro Open, then it's been just nothing. Literally nothing ever since. Or here's Euro Open. But yeah, this is one of the most low volume Euro sessions I've honestly seen in a while. Long term, when we're looking at the weekly volume profile, we're still kind of just in this range, right? We haven't made a new yearly low yet. I know NQ made a yearly low yesterday, at least I'm told. And then ES did not make a yearly low, right? We made a higher low. So I think the news kind of, whatever comes out today, it could kind of either, we get above this blue line and we make a new high, right? We finally make a higher high. I think it could trigger somewhat of a short squeeze, maybe. At least go clear up this little volume gap right here from 37.20 to 37.40. I don't really see us. I mean, we could bear market rally a little bit, I guess. We could run pretty high, but overall, I still see more move to the downside. The news yesterday was pretty much the Fed's going to make the market stop going burr. So I don't see any great forecast for the long term future, But a bear market rally is definitely possible just because everyone's so heavy short right now, right? So any sort of squeeze action could get pretty volatile, pretty violent. But I'd really look more to making a new yearly low. That's more where my bias is. But like I said, that blue line and this white line, we're just range bound in between those two for now. A break of either one, and I think we get some more trendy action. That's kind of been the thing with this bear market rally. It seems to be like we'll flush really hard for 2 hours, and then it's range bound for a day or two, and then we'll make a pretty we'll bounce out of there pretty violently. It hasn't been clean trend trading. It's been very rangy and then just sudden bursts. So, but yeah, like I said, PPI comes out in 25 minutes, and I think it's kind of gonna set the tone for the day at least. I think it might be kind of gross today because, well, we have minutes at 2 p.m. Eastern time, and then we have PPI today, so it could be a typical FOMC type day where the first 2 hours maybe have some good trading, and then it's kind of just shit the rest of the day. But we've been really fortunate. The last 2 days have been great for trading, right? We've had so many opportunities Monday and Tuesday, so if I have to take a day where I'm just flat and chilling, I don't mind. I'm okay with that. Oh, do I have the daily volume profile on here too? I do. Let me change the color of that bad boy. No, it's not. What are you doing showing up there, little guy? Interesting. You can just barely see him. But yeah, pretty gross. I mean, VWAP's pretty flat right now too. We're not really trending anywhere. Yeah. So I think the action is just gonna be lame until PPI comes out. You can talk a little bit about yesterday. Yesterday was pretty. It was really just like a textbook day until we had the news release, right? We flushed a little bit at open, and then after the 30-minute mark, we did the typical V recovery reversal. We got above initial balance high, and in the bear market, whenever you get above initial balance high and you hold it like we did right here, once you get above and hold it, it starts a short squeeze pretty aggressively just because people are short so heavy. So we ripped right up to that 36.45 level, flashed 2 power trades. Pretty heavy right there on that level, which was cool to see it happen right on the level, right? And then we just kind of have that kind of typical afternoon action, right? This is right at noon. So that typical low volume afternoon action kind of looked a little bull flaggy. I caught a long right here, which was fun. And then I was waiting. We kind of got this little rollover flush. So I was like, okay, I'll be able to long this 36.25 level, which was yesterday's POC at the time. I was like, okay, I'm gonna long this. Well, then it flushed like a little too hard, and I was like, okay, maybe let's just like watch for a second and see if like it stops. And then Delta just came in like really heavy, and I was like, wow, this is really flushing really hard. We get down to VWAP here, and I was like, wow, this is flushing really, really hard. Because it was just straight down. It was happening so fast. And then I saw the thing on Financial Juice where the lady said that they're going to back off with the quantitative easing. And then I had to ask Sethmo, hey, explain to me this like I'm 5. And he's like, yeah, that just means the money printer stops going burr. And I was like, oh, okay. All in short. And I caught like 2 more short. I caught like 2 shorts on the way down. Kind of degenny, but I was in the funded account, so it was okay. Well, one was accidentally in the personal account. I about pooped myself. I had a poop attack. What time period is initial balance? 1 hour. I have it set for just the first hour of regular trading session. Yeah, poop attack. I'm too young to have a heart attack, right? Although I can't necessarily say that. My grandpa did die of a heart attack at the age of like 50, but I'm like less than half of that right now. So I think I'm okay. I'm relatively healthy. I don't know, I could die of a heart attack at any time. I mean, they do it the first 30 minutes. It doesn't necessarily mean nothing to me, but I've found that I like the hour. Your dad died of a heart attack at 63. Yeah. Oh, your dad. I thought you said your grandpa. I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Rocky. I didn't know he wasn't still around. Because I know you talk about your mom all the time. But no, the first 30 minutes, I used to trade the first 30 minutes opening range pretty heavy, but I found that if I waited the full hour, the move was a lot more clear, for me at least. Or I could start looking for that, was around like 45 minutes to an hour. I could start kind of setting up for a trade. And I mean, even here, right at the hour mark, you know, we catch that pop of the opening range high. So there's usually a trade to be made right around that hour mark, and that's been my bread and butter in the bear market, I guess I could say. The bull market, like when we were in a bull market, I liked the 30-minute opening range because I could usually see what was going on within that first 30 minutes. But yeah, lately the first like hour has been so volatile / rangy back and forth. You know, I just wait that full hour, and I've been a lot more consistent on my profitability. Yeah, like I said, the 30-minute open range is really good during the bull market, but yeah, in this bear market, the 30-minute opening range has been somewhat sus. Like here, yeah, we got this reversal right at 30 minutes, but regularly that hasn't been the case, right? That was just yesterday. More so, we haven't been getting those nice clean moves till about an hour in. And just for me, statistically, not trading the first hour, like not having a loss and, you know, being effed on the day within the first hour has really like helped me out a lot. I've been a lot more profitable catching that. And like I said, I only need one trade a day, right? That's the one nice thing since doing the Apex funded account and being able to leverage up. I leveraged up, put some money in my personal account, got it a little bigger to where I could leverage up to use a full mini, you know? And ever since I've been using a full mini, my patience has gone out the roof. Yeah, the 50% and 100% extensions on IB are very nice targets, right? So the 100% extension was right here. That thing was like dead on. And then the 50%, was that right here? Let's see, what was yesterday's was 36.12 to 36 or 35.80, so that's 32 points. So a total of 12 point. Wait, no. Sorry. I'm a little dumb this morning. Sorry, divided by 16. I'm super dumb this morning. 16 points from 36.12. So that'd be 28. That would have been our 50% extension. That was right here. Target acquired. The 50% extension, when you get above IB high, the 50% extension hits. The hit rate on the 50% extension is super high. And that's the play that I like to do, right? When we get above initial balance high, I like to play to the long side because that 50% hits so often. I can get my 5 points within that move to the 50%. Like I said, that's my bread and butter play. Same thing with the downside. You know, we get below initial balance to the downside. I can usually play that short to get to that 50% extension. Now, the 100% extension, that one's kind of like, that's not a statistic I like as much, just because it's a little lower, but that 50% extension is great. And like I said, I only need that one trade a day to pay my bills. So anything after that's gravy, right? And I take that first trade generally with my personal account. You know, I'll either play the short off IB high, the long off IB low. What I really love is when I get a bunch of power trades right at IB low, right around that hour mark. Man, that's always like, gets me all giddy for a long, right? But I like playing those, or, you know, we break below and then I'll short the retest of IB low. Same thing with IB high, we get above and then I'll long the retest of IB high. I missed like all yesterday morning though, so that was kind of lame. But I came back for the afternoon and caught a couple trades and made it a good day. Exactly. Like, the minis do impact your patience, says Mr. Rocky. And it's true. Like, with micros, I felt like, you know, I need to make these trades to get this target. You know, with the 5 micro, I think I was usually on average 3 to 5 micros, and I trade a lot. And during volatile times, I recommend that highly because, you know, everything's so wicky, and especially with NQ, everything was really wicky. But ever since leveraging up, I switched to ES, and then I got pretty dialed with, you know, using initial balance and then unlocking footprint. You know, using footprint on ES was kind of like unlocking the next level to where I could see, you know, you can just see what's actually going on. Granted, I don't really look at the numbers as much as I do just the finished auctions, but being able to see the zeros printed at my level to give me that entry really helped me with my entries and confirming like levels. Like yesterday when we were moving down to VWAP on that you know, that crush down. Let me see. I don't have that much far loaded. This might take a minute or not. All right. That's sick. And let's load up VWAP here. And say I'll show you from yesterday in that crash down when we were dumping super violently. Yeah, right here. Like you could just see all the heavy sells, and a 0 wasn't posted until we overshot VWAP by quite a bit. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do this quite yet. And instantly, like, we went down further, right? So being able to see the zeros get printed at levels has helped me a lot as well. Just for, like, on entry purposes. But, you know, when you do have a mini, you're, you thought the sweater hood was glued onto my head. Normally it is, because it's usually kind of chilly in my basement in the mornings, but for some reason, like, it's a little toasty, so like I was hot. I had to open it up. My head was almost sweating. But yeah, using a mini, you're at much more risk, but because you're at more risk, it kind of forces you to be a little bit more patient. And then also the main thing is just knowing that you only need one trade a day. Like, just the one is all you need. So that's really nice. And like I said, when Black Friday comes around, I'm hoping that good morning, Mr. Cass, by the way. When Black Friday comes around, I'm hoping they are doing the 90% deal. And if they do the 90% deal, I'm really thinking about doing the really big Apex account. The 200K one, or whatever it is. The 300K, 200K. I don't remember which one it is. Let me pull it up. I'm really thinking about picking it up because at 90%, it's like literally like $100 to do it. And it's just like, why not? Why not? Here we go. So if they do the 90% off deal for Black Friday, like they normally do, then I'm 100% gonna pick up this account, because let's see, 657 times 0.1, $65 to do the 300K. The more I talk about it, the more the 150K seems like the better option. Let's see here. Profit goal 9,000, trailing threshold 5,000. Well, see, the problem for me with the 150K is like I can make 5,000 in the 150K. The problem with the 150K is I can make 5,000 in the 50K. Like all I gotta do is just double that profit goal, and like I'm there. So I think I would rather still do the 50K over the 150K. Like, yeah, your threshold is doubled, but I think I could just pass this one faster and make the extra 5,000. Because I mean, my other 50K is already there, right? I already got 5,000 in the 50K and in the 25K. So I think I want to do the 300K. This one would be more of a for funsies, right? This one is strictly, I don't need it, right? Because I already have 2 funded accounts. Like, there's no point in me doing the 300K account because I already have 2, and they're already pretty well in profit, right? Like, both of them are doing so. I think the 50K one isn't quite to 5,000 yet. I did withdraw out of it once already. The 25K one's chilling though. I keep withdrawing out of it. That's the one I trade mainly, and the 50K is like my backup, so I don't trade it that much. But this one would be more of a test for myself, right? I want to do this one to see, hey, can I trade 4 ES contracts at a time, right? Because right now, like with my 50K and my 25K, I don't want to risk that money that I have, right? Like I don't want to put $1,000 at risk on each trade because that's money that I earn, right? I don't want to risk that money, right? Both those accounts are very stable. I have a strategy that works, and I want to keep those because, like I said, I'm not willing to risk those monies. But if I can pick up the 300K for $65, the 300K is 2 times more expensive than the 151. Yes, it is. But like I said, that's why I'm wanting the 90% off deal. Then maybe send it. This one was more or less with the $7,500 worth of drawdown. I'm permitted 2 extra trades versus 2 extra L's versus the $5,000 one where I'm only allowed to take 5 L's in a row. I just want to have the max amount of L's I can take in a row in case I just keep hitting like L after L after L, which I mean, it's $1,000, right? That I'm risking at a time. You just get more room to start. Exactly. Like I just want to do the extra room. I want to do the biggest account, have the most amount of room, and trade the most amount of leverage that I'm comfortable with. I just want to do the biggest. And yeah, it's $20,000, but like I said, 65 bucks to send it. Like, why not? And then if I do pass it, and I prove to myself like, hey, you can trade with this amount of leverage, like that'd be huge. You know, if I can trade with 4 ES contracts at a time and handle that kind of drawdown and be profitable with it, which I mean, I'm profitable with 1 ES right now, right? The only problem is I don't have the account size to risk that kind of leverage, right? I'm not willing to risk $1,000 on a trade. That would, I would, having like 2 or 3 bad days in a row, that could wreck my account pretty quick, and I'm not willing to wreck my account. Yeah, it's more just a top that damn voice chat. Yeah, decoy. Yeah, it's more of just a challenge for myself. Like that's all it really comes down to, is I just want to show myself, hey, this is a lot of leverage, but if you can successfully do it, you're gonna be chilling pretty hard, right? Like $1,000 a day. Literally, I would only have to take 1 trade, and I would far surpass my daily goal, right? $1,000 a day, and I probably wouldn't even trade every day, right? Because right now my weekly goal is, I think 2,000 is my weekly goal. Is all I have for myself, right? So 2,500 is typically if I traded every single day and made 500 every single day, that would be 2,500. But I set my weekly goal back a little bit to 2,000 just to not put any like stress on myself. That's still like 8K a month. Because right now, like I'm just in the building stage, right? Still in the building stage, still building the accounts to the size that I want. And the problem is I also withdraw from them as well. I bought this house, and that took a pretty good sized dent out of my trading account. So yeah, we're just building and continuing to build and sizing up too, right? Like I said, the last 2 months have been the last like 2 months have been probably the best 2 months of my trading career, just because, like I said, I sized up. And my consistency went from being, 1 really big win and a bunch of small losses to like, hey, now we're just hitting like consistent win after win after win. And the account's building like considerably faster. So now that I have something that I'm so consistent with and I'm doing so well with, like I said, I want to try the 300K. Like, I feel like I can do it. All I'm doing is the same thing I'm doing now, just more contracts. So I have full confidence that I can do it. I'm just waiting for it to become cheap. and so I don't have to blow any of my own money. Because like I said, I could pool it all together and have far more than that to trade with and trade for contracts with, but I don't want to risk that right now. I'd rather have it diverse and a little low, like I said, because you never know. You can have like 3 bad days or a 5, like a full bad week, right? You can have. I'm just waiting for the imminent really bad day to come, which, I mean, I've had some bad days where like I take an L or take 2 L's and then I just like chill out and stop for the day, but usually I come back in the afternoon because I've been waiting till after the first hour. I can come back in the afternoon and catch 1 or 2 and make it either a break-even day or somehow still have profit on the day. So, been relatively chilling on that. You going to work? Have a good day. I love you. Have a good day. Thank you. Sorry, my girlfriend's going to work. Exactly what Mr. Rocky said right there. With micros, you almost feel like you can try trades because of the smaller size, which isn't healthy for the trading process. But with a mini, you make sure it's a good setup. That, I feel, was the most accurate statement I could say about leveraging up, right? Because I did the same thing. I would, when I was on micros, you know, especially because, like Rocky knows, I swung trade the frick out of stuff. I don't know if I can cuss on stream or not. I'd have to check the YouTube rules. I mean, I'm sure I can. I mean, I've done it before. And there's only like 3 people on the stream, so not like you're going to report me. But yeah, like I used to, you know, swing the shit out of everything all the time. I would take 3 MES. Yeah, report me. I would take 3 MES and I would hold that thing for like 3 days, right? And I'd hit some big boys, but I'd also hit a lot of break evens or come back, right? And then, like I said, I did all my stats for 2021 and saw that, oh, PPI is coming out. Good morning, Mr. Timber Scout. Do you think the 50K is a great starting point? Whip and eval. I would recommend looking at Apex, doing the 50K Apex. That's my favorite. Sorry, right now PPI is coming out. It was either good or it was probably good news because we're dumping, and that's just how the market works now. Let me pull up the juice of financial. Oh, let me pull this out so you guys can watch the dumpage. Here, I'll make this big. Let me make it big for you. Oh my god, it's so big. All right, so while that's going on, I'll pull up financial juice. We'll see what the num-nums were. Okay, PPI predicted 7.3%. Previous 7.3%, actual 7.2%. It missed by 0.1%. So we missed on PPI. So it does a little dumpy dump, but nothing like. I mean, it was a decent sized dump. What was that? 20 points. I kind of expected, you know, a little bit more. All it did was put us back in yesterday's range. Probably recover it. I'm gonna say with that initial move, what I've come to learn with news is the initial move is usually always the correct one. So we're probably gonna flush here, might recover back to where we were open and then continue back down, right? So I'll be looking to short side, but remember we also have FOMC minutes this afternoon. Ad revenues suffer with the cursing, but that's not an issue for me. Facts. Yeah, no, the whole like 3 of you aren't really pushing the account nums up. I think I need like 1,000 subs to even get monetized, so we're chilling. But that's kind of the plan here is I want to get some content on the YouTube first, right? First step, prove I can stream every day. We've been streaming every day for a month. Step 2, put out some content, which is some educational stuff. You already see I got the how to set up Quan Tower and what was my other video? Oh, initial balance video. And that one was just cut out of stream. I'll make some more like detailed videos. And I still want to make a I want to make a footprint chart. I want to make a a power trades, or not a footprint chart. I want to make a footprint video, a power trades video, a volume profile video. Probably make another initial balance video. And then I want to do a prop firm video as well, because you see, you know, we talk about the prop firms all the time. It'd be nice for me, since I've used several prop firms now, you know, I've been funded on 3 different prop firms, right? So I'll probably do a review of Apex, Top Step, and UProfit, all 3 of them, and talk about, hey, these are the pros of each one, the cons of each one, and which one I like best, and how I went about passing all of those, right? And then I'll clip a bunch of those into shorts, start pushing the shorts, start pushing maybe like a TikTok, and grow the channel from there, right? I'm expecting the shorts pushed out to be what grows the channel. But when people come to the website, or when people come to the channel, I want them to come to the channel and see that there's like content here for them to watch, not just the live stream. Like I want them to come here and be like, oh, I can learn. I want to have like a whole playlist tutorial of like, hey, this is how to trade futures and this is what I do type stuff. You should do several prop firm vids, separate vids, and a combo, kind of max your audience. Yes, exactly that, Mr. Rocky. I think it'd be good to do a video over Top Step, over Apex, over UProfit. Probably do one over Lilu too. See, the thing is, I haven't traded with Lilu, so I don't feel as comfortable doing a video about Lilu. I've only used those other 3. And the 20% Apex discount use. Yeah. No, I no shilling here, right? Even though if Apex wants to pay me, I'll gladly take it. But like I said, I don't have a problem. Like, I'll tell people honestly, like, Apex's withdrawal rules suck. I don't like them. I think they're garbage. I think UProfit has probably the best overall setup. Like, it's kind of a balance between Apex and UProfit, right? Because Apex, when you pass the account, your account grows infinitely and your amount of risk you can take grows infinitely. But when you're with UProfit, yes, the withdrawal rules are way better, but the problem with UProfit is you can never like size up. You are stuck with that daily drawdown forever until you die. I think you can eventually leverage up, but like still, you can ask them to make your account bigger. But still, like I don't know. I would rather just do the Apex route, like just do the 50K account, make 2,500 or 3,000, whatever it is, and then boom, now you have a full account. Just make 3,000 before you lose 3,000, and you can continue to leverage up forever and have however big account you want, and then whatever, eventually liquidate it, put it all in a personal account and trade from there. But I personally like having multiple accounts. That's why I do right now. I could liquidate it all and move it all to my personal account and just have, you know, one really big personal account, but I like not having to put the personal account at risk, you know? Like if I have a bad day I can make my money on my personal account and the bills are paid, then I can go over to the funded account and trade for funsies, maybe trade a little more high leverage or take a little bit riskier trade that maybe I wouldn't take with my personal account, but I still think there's really good potential there. I could take that with the funded account and still pay my bills at the end of the day if the funded account didn't have a green day, right? Bullinox is right in the middle of an Apex and UProfit withdrawal wise. I have no idea what Bullinox is, but I'll check it out and then we'll do a review on it tomorrow, Mr. Decoy. I'll do my research on it tomorrow. Exactly. you're more concerned with having a funded account that fits your style and needs compared to withdrawal rules, you'll get your money whenever they let me. And that's why I like Apex, right? I don't need the money right now, right? I still have a full-time day job that pays me. I have my personal account that if I need money right away for bills or something, I can take it out of my personal account. The funded account was more of, like I said, initially I didn't even have the funded account. I was just trading I just did it for funsies. Now that I have it, I really enjoy it, right? I enjoy having those two separate ones. So I don't need the money that's in my Apex right now, but I would like to grow it. And eventually, like I said, after 4 months of withdrawals or whatever, you can withdraw infinite amount whenever. So once I get to that point, which I'm getting, I think I got like a month or two left on the 25K to where I can just withdraw infinitely and be chilling. So yeah, I mean, if you're a good trader and you can keep an account for more than 4 months, Apex is honestly really nice, right? And when you look at Top Step, like you can pass Apex in 10 days, right? And then basically trade with 4 months, and then they're better than Top Step or any of the trading firms by a long shot, right? Well, when you look at Top Step, it's going to take you probably 2 months to pass their account. If you're doing everything right and not YOLOing, probably going to take you at least 2 months, because you got to trade for X amount of time in step 1. You got to trade for X amount of time in step 2. And like I said, the parameters are pretty tight. If you take your time and trade like I do the Apex account, it take you about 2 months, unless you get Cindy, right? Well, so there you got 2 months, and then you have to do the pro account, which make all that money again. So let's say we're getting close to 2.5 to 3 months. Well, so you could do it with Top Step, have 3 steps basically, and maybe 1.5 months of actual trading to get money, right? Or you can be instantly funded basically with Apex and trade for 4 months, and that's all real money, right? So in the long run, if you look at the long run type of deal, you make more money with Apex. Yep, I'm about to sign off as well. If you haven't yet, subscribe to Rocky's OnlyFans. There's some great stuff on there. I look at it every day. That's what gives me motivation to trade and continue living, to be honest. So I hope you all have a fantastic day. Remember, FOMC minutes are released at 2 p.m. Eastern today. Be careful. I'm going to wait for initial balance to post before I consider any trades today. Again, watch volume profile. Watch these 2 levels, 36.45. That's the top, kind of like this weekly volume we got going on. Watch that. Watch 35.72. That's our yearly low. Watch those 2 levels. See if we can break this range. If not, be careful out there, because it could get choppy. I think today may be choppy. Like I said, I'm going to be very patient and just wait for a really good setup. So, like I said, hope everyone has a great day, and I'll catch you all tomorrow.